Yes, yes. Oh my goodness, yes. So, in addition to including the price point and where it can be purchased, you also want to mention if there are any upcoming sales. Because if I'm going to be publishing this, let's say 2 months from now, and there's going to be a sale 2 months from now, but there's not a sale currently, that's something that's super important to communicate.
All right, gift guides, product guides, best of lists. There's every season, every quarter, there's going to be an opportunity for you to get your business or product in one of these. That's why I'm so excited for today's episode with the one and only Jessica Toscano. She is a founder and editor of her own magazine, Intrigue Mag, but she is also a wellness journalist. She has written for Men's Health, Self, Shape, Cosmopolitan, you name it, and she is here sharing all the deets about how to get into a gift guide. So, welcome to the show again.
I am so excited to be back here. Gloria, thank you so much.
So, gift guides, product guides, when you think about that, I mean, I think of it as like the holy grail, right? Because on one hand, you're getting in front of your audience, you're getting directly to a consumer, you're saving thousands of dollars on ads. My question is it only a Q4 like Christmas thing, or am I thinking of it too narrowly?
Absolutely not. Gift guides encompass every holiday, even okay, right now, Amazon Prime is huge. So publications everywhere are promoting all of the deals that you can get on Amazon Prime, all of the amazing gifts catered specifically to wellness or specifically to, sexual health or you name it. So it's not just focused on Christmas time, it could be for anything.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, I was kind of asking that rhetorically, but I'm so glad that you said that. I mean, there's even National Hot Sauce Day. There, yeah, there's like a Celebrate Your Singleness Day. There's a National Pet Day. So there is something for everyone. So can you tell me a little bit more about the landscape of gift guides? What are the different types of gift guides?
Yeah, so you can do a product gift guide, which is probably honestly the most popular. That's what you're really going to see during the holiday season, November, December, even a little bit in January, definitely February. But getting into February a little bit more, you're also going to see promos. So for Intrigue last February for Valentine's Day, we highlighted brands that were offering really amazing promos for Valentine's Day. So it really just depends on what's going on, but product gift guides are the most well known by far, other than sales.
Yeah, I mean that's like a straight directly into your customer. Like they see the thing, they're ready to buy. So I really think it's the best, especially if you have something that's perfect for a gift. So in terms of timeline, right? I think I get asked this all the time. What is the best time to send the pitch out for inclusion in a gift guide?
So it depends on whether you're targeting a print publication or a digital publication. Print publications typically work 4 to 6 months in advance, and you want to offer ample time for the editors to review your pitch, potentially test the product, and offer feedback as to whether or not they want to be able to feature it. And if you want to follow up, that's something you also have to take into consideration. So if you're looking to focus on Christmas time, for example, November, December, you want to start pitching that right away. So May, June, July, right now, I wouldn't go any later than July. But that's just an example. I would say definitely 6 months in advance to play it safe. Now, digital is a little bit more immediate, so it's a bit different. You're going to want to reach out to editors, I would say August, September, if you're looking to get into a November, December gift guide. So a couple of months is plenty of time for an editor to review your pitch, test the product, and then be able to turn that into a already published article.
Yeah, I really love digital, I think, because, now with the world of SEO, with the fact that it's searchable, most of my audience, I'm thinking they're trying to get into digital. I actually just interviewed someone as well from Forbes, and they say that sometimes they're looking for last minute gift guide ideas, right? We've all like clicked on those like last minute kind of things. And she says that she puts those gift guides together sometimes even 2 weeks before she sends it out. Would you say that like there's always kind of a room for like last minute people?
So yes, absolutely. I can't say that I haven't done that, but I try really hard not to. Or I try to have the bulk of the gift guide together. And if I, am able to squeeze in a product here and there last minute, I'll do that. But for the most part, I would recommend if you really, really want to impress your client and you want to get their product into a gift guide, especially, their target publication, don't pitch the editor 2 weeks before she's planning on publishing.
Yeah. So you don't have to convince me about the gift guys. I know that this is definitely something that's so important, but let's say someone has something that's not a traditional gift. It's not a physical product, it's not a candle. How would you still encourage them to consider pitching for a gift guide?
Oh my gosh, yeah. So there are gift guides where you're promoting, not necessarily a package deal per se, but for example, like a subscription to an app. And you can promote that the same way that you would promote a product. And I would just recommend, for an app, for example, offer the editor a free trial. Let him or her or they play around with it and see if they like it and what the benefits are, what the cons are, if there are any cons, and go from there and how they're able to highlight it.
Subscription for an app. I love that. I mean, now with the way that products are, there's memberships, subscriptions, digital experiences. I mean, there is a need, there is a want. So I definitely encourage everyone to think outside of the box, even if your product doesn't fit inside of box. Haha. See what I did there?
I love that.
So I know before we got on here, we talked a little bit about the different types or the structures of kind of like how the payment or like affiliate links or just completely free editorial placements with no strings attached. Can you go into a little bit about, let's say I pitch something, right? So what are the kind of possible outcomes in terms of like me having that relationship with the outlet?
Sure, sure. So, one thing that you're definitely going to want to do, especially if you already have a relationship with the publication, is, if the brand has been featured in the publication before, mention that. If, the brand now has an affiliate link that the publisher is able to utilize and place on their digital publication. And just to segue into this a little bit, for those of you who don't know what an affiliate link is, if you've ever been on a gift guide and you saw a little tab at the top that was like, hey, just so you know, we might earn commission from some of the links that you click on, that's an affiliate link. So you are purchasing the product same price as you would normally purchase it, unless the publisher is able to offer you a discount of sorts, and the publisher is just making commission from the brand on that product. Now, that doesn't mean that the product is any less valuable. It doesn't mean that we're choosing products that we don't think our readers will absolutely love or that we wouldn't use ourselves. It's just a way for us to also make money. That being said, if you're a brand who has an affiliate link attached now, by all means, reach out to the publisher and say, we've worked with you in the past. We just want to be able to share our affiliate link so you can earn commission as an incentive to include our product, maybe a little bit more frequently, not just in this gift guide, but future gift guides.
Wow. So would you actually recommend someone, if they are down for this kind of affiliate structure, which is quite common, to actually put that in their first pitch? Because I always think of like sending a sample. So would it be like, here's a sample and we're happy to give you an affiliate link?
So, what a lot of PR reps actually do, and I love this, is after they're done with their pitch, or at the bottom of their pitch, after they express what the product is, or what the promo is, they say affiliate links, and they have links to skim links or share a sale. Those are some of the most popular links to include. That's super helpful to know, because if I do decide to include that product, then one, I'm going to include that link, because why not? We want to earn money. And two, it might help me publish the product a little bit higher up on the list. That way, we are promoting a product that we love and we're more likely to receive commission off of it.
Yeah, that's true. But in terms of, let's say if it's a big magazine, right? And it's not the writer who's actually receiving the commission. Now, obviously, you write your own magazine, so that's different. You're the CEO. Would you say that if it's for a huge magazine like Cosmo or Allure, millions of readers, do you think it's less of an incentive because the journalist probably is not going to get the commission themselves?
I wouldn't say it's less of an incentive. I believe that if the brand has been working with that publication for a long time and it's a brand that is consistently being published because it's a fantastic brand with amazing products, and it's really on target for readers, and the publication is seeing that readers are really loving this brand and they're really identifying with it, that alone is incentive for the editor to place the product higher up on the list.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, I can definitely see the for something like a Chanel or a Tom Ford or something that just has a lot of volume. But let's just like step back a little bit because 90% of my audience are they've maybe never gone to a gift guide or they're just launched, they're building something in their garage. So do you have any tips for them at that early stage of their product when they're like barely hitting the send button?
Yes, absolutely. So definitely highlight your product how you would any other for any other guide. So it doesn't have to be a gift guide. But for this particular instance, just make sure you're sticking straight to the point, 8 to 10 sentences, being concise, any sort of hyperlinks that you can include, any sort of talking points that you can include. And then if you are able to include an affiliate link of sorts, say you're not a part of Skimlinks or you're not a part of ShareSale, trick, you can definitely place your product on Amazon or find another, big website like Amazon and say to, the editor, hey, just so you know, our product is available on Amazon if you want to use that as an opportunity for an affiliate link.
What about if they don't have an affiliate link? They're just getting started, but they have samples. How can they weave that in there?
Ooh, I honestly would just mention putting that, honestly, straight off the bat. You can put that in one of the first few sentences. You can put it as one of your closing sentences and just say, hey, I'm super happy to offer samples for you to be able to test the product for yourself. That is usually like a huge talking point for editors because we don't want to promote anything that we haven't actually tested for ourselves.
Yeah. What if it's something that's very expensive? Let's say if it's a 24 karat gold skin facial tool, right? Is there a way, how can they still give you the experience of the product? Can it be through customer testimonials or do they, like, what's another way around that?
So, one of the first things that I would suggest, if you're able to, and a lot of gyms, for example, do this, they're not necessarily going to send you, a $2,000 piece of equipment for you to test at your house or for you to hold on to. They'll offer you, a free trial at a gym, a local gym, and say, hey, our product is there. Feel free to test it there. So, if you're able to do something like that, that's one way to go about that. Another way to go about it is if you're able to offer something in its place. Say, I had a company reach out about a mattress, and, I'm not going to be sent a mattress that's like $1,500 to test, but they offered to send me something else to show what their brand was like, just to give me an idea of the value of their brand and the luxuriousness of it. So I was able to test out their sheets. And that was like, okay, so if their sheets are like this, then I have a better idea of what the mattress might feel like. So, any sort of way that you can kind of offer the experience without actually offering up the tool itself or the product itself because it's so expensive, that would be my first recommendation.
I love that. Thank you so much for that. Now, obviously, and another thing is you have to ask because like that's just another way for them to either respond with a yes or a no, right? So I think it's like if you can offer it, say yes. If not, I also heard of someone saying that maybe you have a really good video that you made that gives people the experience visually. So would that also be something that they can do?
Oh, absolutely. There was this, I can't think of the name of it. I can picture the bottle in my head, but there was this perfume. I think it's called Black Onks, if I'm not mistaken. It's a couple years back. And they ended up mailing out, instead of the perfume bottle itself, I believe they mailed out like little invitations to experience like the website as a whole. And I know a lot of perfume companies are doing things like that. They're offering like visual experiences, and that's promoting a lot of their products and encouraging a lot of people to buy their products without firsthand testing, which is just really unique and really awesome.
I mean, now with an iPhone, anyone can be a videographer, cinematographer. It doesn't have to be this like HD camera with a director, right? It could just be like creative storytelling.
Absolutely, yes.
So, do we need to be? I mean, I know the answer to this, but the first one is, do we need to be an established brand that's making lots of revenue, that's pushing a lot of product to get featured, or can it literally be like we just launched and I want to get into a gift guide?
No, absolutely. Just launched. It doesn't matter where you are in the process, as long as you have a clear message and you believe in yourself, go on, send those emails. The only thing that I will definitely suggest is rather than send to, 20 million different publications just to get in any gift guide, I would start off by targeting specific publications. Publications who share a similar target audience, for example, or publications who are promoting similar products. If you're in the wellness industry, then consider, Self Magazine, Health, other brands that focus specifically on wellness, just because you'll be putting in the effort and you'll have a better turnout than, say, if you're a wellness brand who's trying to get your product in, a tech publication.
Yeah, and I also think it's important to do the research because, I think a lot of times people don't know what to lead with, but their product might be good for vegan people, but also moms. So like obviously the pitch for the mom magazine might be different than like the eco sustainability angle, right?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah. Do you have any other pitching tips? So let's get into the actual messaging. I teach the CPR method. It stands for credibility, point of view, and relevance. I like bullet points. I like short sentences. You said yourself, make the pitch 7 to 8 sentences. Can you just give me kind of like an idea or like just like what the email structure would look like that is a good enough pitch?
Yeah, so let's start off with the subject. I would definitely include holiday gift guide, Valentine's Day gift guide, whatever the pitch is going to be, and gift guide in the subject. That way, maybe it's not right for me right now, but when I am doing a gift guide for Valentine's Day or I am doing a gift guide for the holidays, I can put that into my search bar in my email and I can easily find you. So, that said, let's move on to the pitch itself. I would no flowery writing. You just want to get right into it. So immediately, first sentence, introduce your product, introduce your brand, introduce, whatever it is you're promoting. Keep it very short, very straight to the point. Bullet points are super, super helpful, but don't go too crazy. So, I would avoid like 20 bullet points. Your product's amazing. Great. Highlight what you can in, like 6 to 8 lines if you need to. Also, definitely not a fan of any sort of like bulky attachments or huge photos. If you want to include a photo, that's awesome. I would definitely recommend hyperlinking any chance you can. So, if you can hyperlink straight to the product website, the brand's website, and you can also include a Dropbox hyperlink to photos, that's probably, in my opinion, the best thing you can do, especially if you're promoting multiple brands in one email.
Oh, I love that. You're validating everything that I say. But I have a question. What if it's something that's super visual? Like, let's say if it's a painting or if it's like something that, you need to attach a photo. Do you think you should not copy it onto the email? You still don't recommend that?
I'm not against attachments. I'm against multiple attachments, bulky attachments. I've had pitches that are filled to death with photos and I can't even find the pitch because the photos are just, they're lagging my computer. They're taking forever to load. So I would just recommend if you're going to attach something, keep it minimal. And if you can, hyperlink it. I would rather somebody say, hey, here's a video to X, Y, and Z. And then I click on the video for the experience rather than the video being included in the email itself.
Oh, I love that. Okay. Another thing is what about the price point and where they can get it? Should they put all of that in there?
Yes, yes. Oh my goodness, yes. So, in addition to including the price point and where it can be purchased, you also want to mention if there are any upcoming sales. Because if I'm going to be publishing this, let's say 2 months from now, and there's going to be a sale 2 months from now, but there's not a sale currently, that's something that's super important to communicate. That way we know, okay, this is going to be on sale. We're going to want to highlight that. It, it's definitely all important.
Yeah. Now you said introduce the brand, introduce yourself. As a founder, we think everything's important. We think our 60-page autobiography we want to put in there. So how can you help a founder figure out what is the most relevant and interesting point that separates their facial wash or their bath bomb from someone else's?
I love that question. So you're right. Everything is absolutely important. But for this purpose, you want to consider your overall goal. What is the angle of your story? So your goal is to get into this gift guide, right? And what kind of gift guide is it? Let's, for argument's sake, say it's Valentine's Day. And you're pitching to this specific publication because it's a wellness publication, you have a wellness product. Maybe they're doing a vegan gift guide. Okay, so that's something you want to highlight. So you want to introduce your brand as maybe you're the only vegan body wash on the market currently. That's super important. Any sort of piece of information that's vital to include for that angle, and that's going to also make your product stand out, or your brand stand out, or your source stand out, whatever you're highlighting, then yeah, include that information.
Yeah, I love that because as founders, we might have 4, 5, or 40 products, and a lot of times I get asked, which one should I pick? And I always say, what is the relevance? What is the season? So my Valentine's Day gift guide, I might pitch something different than a Mother's Day or a graduation back to school, right?
Yes. So I worked with this brand last year, and I promoted, they were dark chocolate peppermint almonds. Now, I know the brand also does other really awesome almond flavors. So for example, in the summertime they'll promote their pink lemonade flavored almonds. But you kind of see what I did there?
Yeah.
Peppermint for wintertime because peppermint is, associated with winter season, and then pink lemonade, everybody's thinking about making lemonade or drinking lemonade in the summertime, so that's something you're going to want to stick to for a summer gift guide.
I just had so many light bulbs go off because I would have never thought about that in terms of almonds. So there, that just goes to show it's all about your perspective, and the more you shift your mindset, the more you realize there's a season to pitch anything. So I love that. Give me some more examples of like outside of the box things that you can pitch, because I think for a lot of founders they're looking at their products and they're like, this just doesn't fit. Just doesn't fit. So give me some interesting creative things that you've gotten pitched that was like, huh, this is really cool.
Oh my gosh. So I actually was reached out to about sustainable toothbrushes I believe it was last summer season. And the reason why they were able to promote it initially in the summertime is because they made the toothbrushes pastel colors. So they were highlighting the fact that, these are pastel, this is perfect for the summer, this is perfect for the spring, this is a great Easter, present. And then they repackaged it into Christmas themed packaging and made it a bundle for Christmas time. And the same pastel toothbrushes are now suddenly perfect for the Christmas and Hanukkah and all those type of holidays because they're packaged differently. It's the same toothbrushes but different packaging. So that's one product, two different angles. You just have to figure out how to work with what you have.
Oh, I love that. So be adaptable, be evolving. There's a season for everything. Are there any other best practices or do's and don'ts that we haven't covered yet?
I think everything we talked about is pretty much the gist of it. The only other thing that I would suggest is keep again in mind who your target audience is for your product, because you really want to identify with the brand that you're pitching to. That is a huge selling point. So if your product is being targeted, you mentioned earlier moms, then you're going to want to reach out to mom publications. Those are going to be your best bet. That doesn't mean that you can't use another angle for, another publication, but that's probably going to be your strongest talking point and your top publication to pitch to, just based off of the fact that it's geared toward moms, or it's a product that's geared toward parenting.
Yeah, and I love what you said about relevance. So I actually think if I were to look at it kind of chronologically, like the first step would be pick the holiday, right? Whatever holiday or season we're in. The second one is pick the relevant outlets, and then after that pick the 3 or 4 reasons why this product would be great for this season. So I mean that'll definitely get the juices going. So that's kind of like easy step 1 2 3. What about, well, one thing I forgot to ask that people always get so afraid of is follow up. Now I'm all about following up because journalists are busy, you get so many emails. Do you have anything to say to our audiences about proper follow-up etiquette?
Yes. So always definitely follow up. I know a lot of other editors are guilty of this. I'm guilty of this. We open the email or we pass through it and we're like, oh, hey, we're going to get back to this in a second, or we're going to get back to this closer to, our deadline for that holiday gift guide or whatever the case may be. And then we never get back to it because other things pop up. We get busy, we get more emails, it happens. So definitely follow up. I would say your safest bet is following up within a 2-week period, unless it's a pressing topic. If this is something that you need to follow up with, within a week or within a couple of days, then do that. I just wouldn't follow up, the next day or the day after if you don't absolutely have to. I would also, maybe mention in the subject that it's a follow up email. And in your next email, you don't have to include all of the same information as well because it's a follow up email. But I would go back to your original email to send the follow up email, if that makes sense. That way, you have that information in there. You don't have to reiterate too much. You just have to check in with that editor and say, hey, just wanted to check in to see if you'd be interested in featuring X, Y, and Z in an upcoming gift guide about X, Y, and Z, more information below. And then
Love it.
that's pretty much it. Straightforward.
Boom. Well, there you have it, folks. That's how it goes down. That's how actual gift guide gets made. Thank you so much for being here. And I'm going to look forward to not only what you include in Intrigue, but also what you're writing for the other publications as well. So, how can people find you? How can people learn more about you?
Yes, absolutely. So you can follow my story on social media. I have LinkedIn, I have Twitter, I have Instagram at Ms. J Toscano. You can also find me via intriguemag.com. I have an author bio on there and my email address, jtoscano@intriguemag.com. So please feel free to reach out to me to say hey, to send me pitches, or to tell me how much you loved one of our gift guides.
Oh, I love that. Thank you for opening up the door for allowing people to pitch you. So, hopefully, if anyone's listening to this while multitasking, you're going to want to come back and replay this episode. Maybe take some notes so that way you can pitch to our very own Jessica Toscano. So, thank you so much for being on the show.
Gloria, thank you. It's been a pleasure again.